Thank you. Good evening, everyone. On behalf of Government Degree College Autonomous, Narsampet, Warangal, Telangana, and Sri Kandukuri Veerashalingam Theistic Government Degree College, Rajamahendravaram, East Godavari District, Andhra Pradesh, I am Dr. Y. Swarnashri, co-convener of this program. Delighted to welcome you all to Day 8 of 15-day International Intensive Thesis Writing Workshop. A warm and hearty welcome to our esteemed Chief Patterns, Professor M. Naveen, Dr. B.V. Thirupanyam, our convener, Dr. M.M.K. Rahimuddin, the organizing committee members, Dr. G. Narayan Swamy, and Dr. Utsarga Ghosh, and associates of EDUUMENTUU, Sharayu, EduPro, and Venkat's time, Dr. K. Venkatesh Satish, Skanda Sir, Dr. T. Nath. A special welcome to our distinguished resource persons for today, Dr. Ratna Rao, Dr. Veerya Nayak, faculty members, and research scholars from esteemed colleges across India who are present here today. This evening, we will be focusing on two highly practical and skill-based areas of research: writing review of literature using bibliometric tools, and from questions to insights, mastering the craft of academic interviews and surveys. Our first resource person for this evening is Dr. Ratna Rao, a highly respected scholar and teacher in the field of English studies. She holds a PhD in English along with MA in English, MA in Education, BEd, and PGCTE from IITWW, Hyderabad. With 28 years of rich teaching experience, Dr. Rao has taught English language, literature, communication skills, and technical writing. Dr. Rao has worked extensively as a trainer and examiner with Oxford University Press and British Council, and she also serves as an international baccalaureate examination for Diploma 2 exams. Dr. Rao is deeply involved in curriculum development, training, editing, and content creation. She has authored multiple books, including Flip Over the English Classroom, a textbook on English and communication, Learner's Book Series. Dr. Rao has several publications to her credit, including 4 Scopus index papers, and has successfully completed 2 minor research projects on gendered media and bills. Presently, she serves as an assistant professor at the Institute of Technology, Nirma University, and is a central coordinator of first year BTech, and while also serving on the Board of Studies. We are greatly honored to have her with us today to present writing review of literature using bibliometric tools. Dr. Ratna Rao, Madam, we warmly welcome you. The session is now yours.
Thank you so much for the great introduction. Good evening to everyone, to the esteemed, respected participants and the organizers, definitely. So just I'm going to share my PPT with you. So are you able to see?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So as told in the introduction, I'm going to talk about literature review using bibliometric tools. I have decided to divide this session into 3 parts. One is literature review in general. Then what are bibliometric tools and how are they helpful, and what are their advantages and disadvantages. And the third session, I want to show you using the bibliometric tool WASVIA, how to use that. So my session will be divided into these 3 parts. Anytime if you do not understand me, or if I'm not audible, or you have a doubt, you may stop me there and then and raise your doubt. So shall I begin?
Yes, ma'am.
So, I think that it's a Sunday and everyone are still in their nap mode, didn't catch up with the evening hurry and worry, but still the show must go on. So we are going ahead with our session. So the first and the foremost question. Let me make it little interactive session. If someone can answer at any point of time to my questions, I will be very pleased. Otherwise, I will go ahead with whatever I have with me. So um, I do not have I just have the demography of the participants that they are at some phase of their PhD, right? And so I'm believing, or I believe that most of you may be going through literature review or might have written 1 or 2 research papers as PhD scholars, as is mandated by UGC. But whatever it is, I'm going to take you step by step in a very, maybe have patience with me, that what is literature review. So 1 second.
Ma'am.
I'm not able to, yeah. What is literature review? So what, according to you, anyone can answer this. What is literature review according to you?
Ma'am, from the word itself, we can understand review. Ma'am, again, we were looking into the previous studies and knowing what are the variables that they have taken and how to go about into our research. It helps us out. It helps us how to go about to our research, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Ma'am,
That's a very
existing knowledge, ma'am. Existing knowledge on that given topic, ma'am.
Okay.
Or
Yes.
on that particular.
Yes, 100% right, both of you. Yeah,
In
someone
writing
wants to say
thesis,
something.
actually, after choosing the topic and after deciding the scope of the research, then we need to go back to the write-ups or whatever been available on the topic and to fill the lacuna. Actually, it is nothing but the literature review.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much for your answer. And I think all the 3 of you, and I know that most of you understand what is literature review, because a literature review, the word itself is, very obvious that the review of literature in a very, very, broader way, if we say. So what do we do? Actually, like you have said, that the literature, the research which has been done till now on that topic. But the most important thing we understand from that is when we are doing the research review, what is the gap? What do you understand by gap? Gap is something like, someone used the word lacuna. So whatever is done and what is not done. So there is a gap which is created, and we have to, our research should always fall into the next level, that whatever is the gap, if we keep on doing the same thing, which already people have done. I have seen many researchers doing that, the same kind of papers, the same kind of research. But instead of that, we find a gap and do a research that will be a quality research and a good research. And that's what literature review actually helps us into. So literature review can be 2 parts. One is some kind of literature reviews are where a review paper is written altogether, which is totally based on different reviews. And one is where a section of our thesis, for example, or for example, our research papers, we have a section, mostly the second section, where we write the research review. So what do we do in our research review? The most important thing in our research review is to identify the topic and to find out on which direction our research is going on. What do I mean by that? For example, if I'm talking about gender studies, so gender studies becomes a very, very broad topic. But instead of that, I have to very specifically narrow it down and understand that what exactly in gender studies, where exactly I want to do research, what exactly I want to research. It could be 200, 300 topics which are possible, or more than that are possible in one narrow topic itself. So we have to first decide that where our research is actually going on, narrow your focus. So be specific. For example, if we say, for example, I gave the example of gender studies. For nowadays, climate or environment is a huge new topic which is coming in a big way. Many research scholars are working on this, on literature, post-humanism and climate changes and things like that. So that is one part of it. What exactly you want to do? Are you taking a book which talks about this, or are you taking a specific geographical region, for example, India or Andhra Pradesh, or for example, Haryana? What exactly you want to do? Your focus should be very, very narrow, and you should be very specific when we decide the topic, and when we are deciding according to that, when we are deciding that research review or our literature review should be going on which direction. I hope I'm clear about that.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So there are few steps for choosing, for being making the strategy. The first is list keywords. So for us, I think listing keywords is the, when I started research, when I was a research scholar like you people, I thought that writing literature review and listing keywords is the easiest job. But now with my experience, I have found that doing these both things are the most difficult thing. So how do you? There are many, I know that you must be knowing, and that there are many technical support or many generators which if you put the topic or if you give your abstract, they generate your keywords. But how do you generate your keywords? What is the technique for generating keywords? What is the second question is, what is the use of keywords? Why should we give keywords? Why after abstract we give the keywords? And how is it related to literature review? So keywords definitely are very important, and in our research question itself. So we choose, for example, if I'm saying that, like I said in my introduction, it was that I have done an MRP on gendered media. Right. So gendered media, we went to see on that we believed, our hypothesis was that women, the media towards women is more harsh and more abusive, especially the social platforms like Twitter, and more so with women leaders, the Indian women leaders. So we had the examples, a lot of American leaders and all, what exactly people write about them, and how do they, abuse them, humiliate them. So we had that in mind, and we did that. So our topic was gendered media. It was a big topic, but I'm just, for the sake of understanding, using the word gendered media. So gender and media will be definitely one of my keywords. Then what can be the keywords? Because I'm using here, so if I'm using a theory, that theory will also become one of the keywords. So the keywords, choosing the keywords is very, very important. And how is it related to research review? According to that, those keywords, we go on to write our introduction plus as well as research review. Those keywords are A research review must have these the keywords which we have notified or which we have written initially. Then what is the use of synonyms? The use of synonyms here is that whatever we are using, for example, I'm using the word, for example, I'm using the word transgender. If I'm doing something on transgender, in gender, transgender will also come. So if I'm using the word transgender, what are the synonyms of transgender? It could be queer, it could be third gender, it could be trans, it could be hijra, it could, so many other words could come. So if I note down all those words, then out of these words which come regularly, which I intend to use in my research, I can choose as keywords. Now there is another word here which is called controlled vocabulary. Controlled vocabulary, when I'm using dimensions for my bibliometrics that I will show you, but still controlled vocabulary. Anyone, have you heard the term controlled vocabulary?
Yes, ma'am, but not much idea about it.
Anyone? Okay,
Yes,
control. Please, what do you understand? I'm just asking not to test you, just to understand what you understand about it.
ma'am, particularly related that domain, the vocabulary which we use not to go away from the content.
Yes, yes. So how is it different from keywords?
Keywords is plays vital role in the particular paper or domain, and control words, which, for example, when I write a medical related paper, I have to use only medical related vocabulary, like a hospital, surgery, thermometer, something like that.
Okay, you are right in a way, but to be more specific, keyword is more specific and more narrowed down, and controlled vocabulary is little broader in sense. Many of the these repositories, what do? They give control when you are doing a search. So they give, for example, I have given the example of gendered media. So gender studies could be a controlled vocabulary, but when I'm talking about LGBTQ or queer or hijra or something, that may become a keyword. Are you understanding? Controlled vocabulary is much more broader, and most of the repositories, when you are sharing, when you are searching for the titles, or you are searching, they use this controlled vocabulary. So when I'm doing the third gender people, so instead of third gender, maybe LGBTQ could be a controlled vocabulary. When I'm talking about post-humanism and how the climate affects something, so there may be climate will become a controlled vocabulary. So keywords are more specific, more narrowed down, and controlled vocabulary is more broader. So using these three things, how I'm relating it with the review of literature is using these three words, we have to come to the key terms we have to use. So it's a brainstorming session actually, where you put all these words according to your thesis topic, whatever comes to your mind, you write keywords, synonyms, and controlled vocabulary, and from them slowly narrow it down and write the keywords. And whatever keywords you have written, you have to do the literature review of those items. I hope I'm clear. So after that, choose relevant databases. There are many databases, for example, PubMed for health sciences, GIST for humanities, Google Scholar is there, even Scopus is there, IEEE is there. There are so many databases on which nowadays AI dimensions, which I will show you, are there, which where you can find your literature, which is already the research which is already done. Shodh Ganga, which is by UGC. It is also one of the databases which gives lot of research which is already done, and we can find our material for research literature review from that. Now, there is another word which I am coming with, which is Boolean. Have you heard this word, dear participants, Boolean? Someone, please, the background sound, I'm not able to concentrate. If you can...
Ma'am, now you unmute it. I muted that sound. Ratnarao ma'am, please unmute it. Please unmute your mic. Ratnarao ma'am. Hello.
Hello.
Ma'am, proceed.
Am I audible now?
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So, can you tell me, or anyone has heard the term Boolean?
Oh, no, ma'am, I'm hearing it for the first time.
Okay.
Boolean, I heard to search actually the keywords and all. I mean, to search the topic, we usually use like and, but, or like that.
Yes, exactly that is. So when if suppose I'm using the term language in Shakespeare's dramas. So what happens that it will give a certain kind of data to me. But if I still want to be very specific and narrow it down, I will put quotation marks and use the terms like Shakespeare and his and dramas and or. So if I'm using these words, what happens that my search will become more specific. And this term has come from definitely computer engineering, from computer sciences. But nowadays we use this term a lot for searching different, in databases. If you go to Scopus or any of the IEEE or anything. So if you use these Boolean operators, which could be like I have written, and or not included, these will give us a very specific and good research on the topic. Sometimes what we do, we go to Google search and just put a topic, and when you see the result, the researches which have come, the articles which have come, sometimes they are not even related to our field. To control that, we use Booleans, and Booleans are nothing but by using these conjunctions, for example, and or. I use them mostly, but there are also not relevant and hashtags, and there are many, but mostly used Booleans are and or. So why I'm telling you this? This is for that when you are doing a literature review, how you will search, that becomes where you will search, that becomes very, very important. So the first part of it was identifying key terms. Key terms can be, keywords can be identified using synonyms and controlled vocabulary. Then using a suitable database. I know that suitable for us, PubMed is not at all important, but Google Scholar, Jester, and IEEE for those who are doing in this IEEE and Scopus, Elsewhere, Shodh Ganga. These databases are very, very important, and we should go to these databases. We should we should log into these, sign into these, and we will find n number of literature already, researches already done, which will help us in quality research. Because nowadays, whenever you are doing literature review, you must be understanding your mentors or your guides must be telling you that the research should be the latest research, not old, not older than 2000, I believe, not, or even if it is between 215 to whatever to 2025, it's the best. And using Scopus related or else Springer related. So where will you find it? You will find it in databases which are known, which are well known for their repository of articles which are already published. So this here I tried to, in this, I tried to explain, though I have already explained, I forgot that I have kept this slide also, but I think you will understand that we use these words, like I said, not and transgender people and gender identity, non-binary identity or gender queer youth. Masculinity, not toxic. So we are looking at masculinity, but we are not looking at, because when you type masculinity, there could be toxic masculinity also which will come. But we are not interested in finding papers on toxic masculinity. So we put it in under inverted commas and write not before that. So you see that whichever are the main words, they are under inverted commas, not, or, and, are not in not under under inverted commas, right? So that Boolean, once you start doing it, it's very, very simple to do it. So this is the keyword example. If you see, so it could be, so it is a collection. I have picked it from images, Google Images only. So it is a combination of synonyms and also the controlled vocabulary. So gender,
excuse me. Yeah. Ma'am, what is the title, ma'am? What is the title, ma'am? You have collected the keywords.
Yes, yes.
Right. And what is the title?
That title is transgender.
Okay, ma'am.
Transgender, so non-binary can also be transgender, gender queer we call it, sometimes transwoman, trans man, these words are there, trans. So all these words are related. So we have to find, this is just an example, we have to find that out of all these words which are there, which word can we take as our keywords, and then we can do our research review. So then we have to, so once we have identified how to find out how to find out research, sorry, the keywords, and then what do we do? Comprehensive across survey across multiple databases. So like I said, there are multiple databases. We have to find out using these Booleans and using our keywords, what articles or which articles are related to our field of study, which we are studying. Then there are management tools like you might have heard. Have you used or anytime Zotero or Mendeley or EndNote? These are great tools, management tools. You should use any one of them. Actually, whatever they are helpful in. I use Zotero a lot, or for all my researches, I have started using since past 3-4 years. This is very, very helpful in this creates a library. So whatever work I am doing, if first I have worked on some, like I have worked on Bheels of Gujarat. So all the research related citations and articles related, it will keep in the library. Now I am doing something, and not only that, it will also help me in referring whichever references I am doing. If I am doing the APA style or the Chicago style or MLA style, So Jotaro or Mendeley or any of the management tools also helps us in using that particular styling and helping us in structuring our paper. I hope you people are using any one of these or something else, some other management tool. May I know if anyone uses any of these tools or some new tool? Hello.
Ma'am, I have used paper pile, ma'am.
Okay, I have not used it, but okay, paper pile, P-I-L-E. Okay, that's good to know. Anyone else? Has anyone used Jotaro or using Jotaro? So please use any of the tool. I'm not saying that this particular tool, but use any of the tool, and they help you a lot. Actually, research has become a little, I won't say it's easy, but then my time when I have done my PhD, because now we have this technical help which is there, and these tools help us a lot, and they help us in keeping our things at one place. Today, what I'm doing, I'm going to Google search and searching a lot of the things and writing some research review. And after that, I forget referencing it, or I forget to the authors and all to mention or to source it. Then again, I have to work at the same level. Again, I have to go back, and it will be the double the work which I have done. So once you put Jotaro or any of the tools in your, and you click it in Google search or wherever you have, every even Scopus has, Google Scholar has, every that is can be Jotaro can be used with that, and it links your work, the citation there, and later on when you are citing or when you are referencing, it just asks that which style you want to reference your whole paper. Is it AP or MLA? And it does it. And I feel that half of your burden, you must be knowing if you have written a paper, that how long it takes to reference or to use the correct referencing system and to do it in a proper way. Many times your papers are rejected because you have not done the referencing in a proper way. So these tools help a lot. So for literature review, it's very, very important that you not only look into good databases, but also you look into, you have one of these management tools. They are one-click download. You can very easily download them and store there, make a library of whatever, because right now in your thesis, you might be, many people might be at many different stages, but you might be searching a lot. So all those searches will be at one place, and please remove any duplicate entries which are there. Then track search dates and parameters for transparency and potential future dates. So this is very simple, that many a times it is also one part of plagiarism, that you do not use the dates, proper dates, or you do not use the proper author names and things like that. And UGC is also very strict about these things nowadays. So we should try, and any works which are duplicate, or if we do not have got the dates properly, all that we should do it very, very carefully. So it used to, like I said, the last line, it used to take a lot of time in, doing this. But if you do this systematic collection, which is through whatever I have explained, it will save you from a lot of wastage of time. Now, the fourth step is evaluate and analyze sources critically. So before you go back, like I said, that any research which is the latest research on that, for example, for 2025 to, I would go as far as 2015 to 2025. But maybe there is some very good research which is in 2000, or maybe the author who has propagated or founded the theory of that has written in 1972 or 1969. It's fine. You can give one or two researches from that age, but not more than that. It should be very seminal research, very good research. If you are quoting it from years like 1900s and even 2000. Other than that, it should be latest, and you know that it should be very credible, and citations should also citation when we go to restaurants or when we go to buy something, we look at the ratings nowadays. The same way citations are ratings for the authors. You should see that how many citations, then you will know what would you know that whether it's a good quality research paper or not. So you should examine, I know of many people who write so many research papers, even in Scopus and all, but they are retracted. Have you heard this word, retracted? Many a times what happens that later on, once it is published, later on someone complains, or the publication comes to know that this was plagiarized or it was not done in a proper way. So what do? They retract it. I think that for an academician, retracting is worse than a criminal offense, because you as an academician have done something wrong, and the journal is forced to retract your research, whatever is there. So that situation should not come, and therefore we have to cross-check, assess the credibility and the quality. Then you can also look at the methodology. So a gap can also be in the methodology. Or the methodology also gives you an idea that how different researches can be done, the design, sample size, data collection methods. Though in literature, data collection methods and sample size and design, there are less. We mostly use qualitative, but if anyone belongs to quantitative studies, if they are doing, or if they are doing some other studies, language also at many a times, so educational research also, so these things do matter. So whenever you are doing literature review, first point is look at the credibility of the author and the journal, definitely. The second thing is look at the methodology, that what was the methodology, why the author or the researcher has chosen to follow that methodology, and then you also choose your methodology very, very carefully, because methodology is nowadays a mixed methodology, as far as I know, and I guide students. We use a lot of mixed methodology, interdisciplinary research, where we collect different disciplines. I'm doing research along with computer engineering faculties, or with electronic engineering faculties. The same way, the methods will vary. So concentrate on the method also when you decide that what is your thesis topic and what methodology. Accordingly, whenever you are doing your research review, you see that you try to or mention definitely the method used in that writing in that paper, while writing that paper. And what is the relevance? Definitely, what is your research question and how it is relevant to your topic. Just because we as literature students, I think we can connect anything in a roundabout way, but we should see that it should be very, very relevant to the research we are doing. Right. And then what are the recurring themes, points of consensus, on ongoing debates on that? What are the contradictions? What are the gaps? Then you will be able to, when you see the research methodology and the research questions which are there, what is your research question? What is their research question? Then you will be able to find the gap. And after finding the gap, then only you will be able to do the literature review in a proper way. Any questions till now? Okay, so the literature review mostly it can be done in a chronological way, that you are putting all the items which you have researched, or you are writing the analysis in literature review in a chronological way. Mostly we use here the chronology, not the reverse chronology, but the chronology. Then we according to methods also, like I talked about comparing qualitative and quantitative methods. It might be a mixed method approach nowadays. Like I said earlier, many people are using mixed methods, and it could be qualitative or quantitative.
Excuse me, Swarna ma'am. Excuse me, ma'am. Swarna ma'am, kindly record the session, please.
So we can another way of doing the research review is by using methods. So one method, if there are first we are using all the papers based on qualitative methods, then quantitative methods, then mixed methods. If there is some statistics used, which are the statistics used, that could be. The other thing which I do mostly is the thematic method, in which according to the keywords or the themes which we have identified earlier, according to that I do the literature review. For me that becomes very easier, but it depends upon what is your research question and how, what is more important, the theme is important or the methodology there is important. But I think for all our literature, that themes are more important. And if there are any theoretical frameworks which we are talking about, you should definitely involve that in your literature review. You should review the literature of that theoretical frameworks also. So first, suppose I have some time back written a paper on gamification. So when gamification, so in gamification, I have used the motivation theory. So gamification itself, I have as a theme, I have used gamification in education, in classroom teaching. So what is gamification? Then class, how is it can be useful? So all the research related to that, then the theory, motivational theory. So all these things will fall into literature review. So it's very, very important that literature review, though it seems very easy word, obvious that whatever literature has been published till now of the work you have already done, that is literature review, but doing it in a very systematic way is very, very important. So using any of these methods will help us a lot. Then write the literature review. So then define that now you are very clear about what are the words, how will the literature review flow, whether it will be chronological or according to methodology or according to themes. You are very clear in your mind. You should draw a graphic organizer. You should put it before you, so that you keep on looking at it, and accordingly things become much clearer to you. So then I feel that whenever literature review is done, it's very, very important that whenever you are choosing themes, you use the topics and subtopics to it very clearly. Suppose like the example I have given, if I have done on gamification, so gamification will be one topic, then gamification education, then gamification and motivation. The theory of motivation can be another topic. So according to the topics, I do that. How many? If it is a research paper, maybe 5 will be enough. It depends upon what are the number of words and all those things. But if it is a thesis, then it could go as much as you want, according to whatever your guide tells us. Then tells you. Then the conclusion should also be given. Ki what is the conclusion? You have done the literature review. So now what is the gap you have identified, and how you are going to address this gap? How are you going to fulfill this gap and going to search ahead? So search is already done. How you are going to research filling that gap, and which methodology you are going to use, what are you going to do, that should be mentioned right now. Then citations with every author, whichever. Many people do write in this way ki Ratna Rao in this titled paper says that. Instead of that, do not write. I do not like writing that. You just put the summarize whatever is relevant to your thought in my paper, and cite it in citation, cite it that Ratna Rao year whatever. So that gives, and try to create a flow, try to create a storytelling in whatever you are doing when you are writing a literature review. Let it not be pieces of, some information, this research here, that research here. Instead of that, create a flow which gives an that of a story, that first you started here, then you linked here. So link each research which you are, and please, according to style guide, you give the citations. Give at the time when you are searching, at the time you have started writing it. Do not wait for some time, then you will forget. You have written in your notebook or in your laptop or somewhere. It will not be. Wherever you are putting the, for me, it's I use Google Docs a lot, and in Google Docs I put everything which I'm writing, which I'm doing, so that I can, the go-to place for me is my Google Docs. I go there and see whatever I'm writing, and I can find the citations, or like I said, Zotero is there, which helps me a lot in my in my styling and my citations. So what are the tips? Success is allow sufficient time research. Like I said, don't take a literature review very easily. Give a lot of time to it. Do drafting and redrafting. Definitely seek expert help, your guides and your mentors. And there are a lot of AI powered tools, like I said, Jotaro, like all the Scopus and all things. If you go on searching, there will be many more, and stay focused. There are always, never, I know PhD is doing is a great job. It takes a lot of time, but be focused. Do not lose your focus, and keep, if you are focused, I'm sure that within a very within the time UGC gives 3 years minimum, you can definitely finish your research work. And avoid these mistakes. Just summarizing. Don't simply list what each study found. Like I said, tell a story, be there, let there be a flow. Don't just put a different, summarize different things. Mostly people do like that. I have seen that they summarize and just put, there is no, we do not look forward to reading literature reviews, but literature reviews are the most important things of your paper, on which your research paper or your thesis holds. So you have to put a lot of time. Don't just summarize it, and do not add anything which is not relevant to the topic. Sometimes some authors or some research papers attract us like anything, because the way it has been written, or the phrases which are used in that. I know as a PhD student, when I was a PhD student, this used to happen with me a lot. So you do not fall into, at that time there was no one other than our guide to tell us, but nowadays you can see a lot of YouTube videos, get a lot of gyan and get this. And please identify the gaps, and to a proper that. So is your research foundation. Always remember your literature review is your research foundation. We like, again, I'm repeating the same thing, that we take it very easy literature review, but never take it like that, because it is where it lands you, it fits you, it gives you a status, and it saves time and effort and ensures success. So high quality and impactful research is based on your research review. So till now, any questions? I'm stopping this sharing. I will come back with another. I will take another one. But if you have, by that time, if you have any doubts or anything you want to comment.
Ma'am, I have a doubt.
Yes.
Not to literature review to be precise, but related to research methodology, ma'am. Sometimes we end up putting in our research proposals that we are using qualitative research, but then they end up asking, why do you randomly put words? Like, what do you mean by qualitative? Like, is it ethnographic, narrative, or like how to navigate as to what kind of methodology are we actually using? Because what I could understand by reading research, that we generally analyze the narrative. Like, what I could relate is we use narrative analysis. So am I correct or am I wrong? Or if not, what books should I read to understand what methodology literature people actually use when it comes to taking primary text and using and analyzing those texts with theoretical lens?
So mostly we as literature students do qualitative research. Qualitative research is, I'm using the term nothing but it's more than that, we analyze from our research question point of view, we analyze that how it fits into our research question. So you are right, but we do not say ethnography is a very different kind of, I did with Bill's study, ethnography is study of. So ethnographic study is you are staying there, you are looking into the culture, and you, so that's a very different kind of study. So we basically in literature we do mostly we do qualitative research, and Shivangi, nowadays we are also doing, like I'm saying, mixed methods where we use statistical analysis, where we use different qualitative quantitative sources to do that. So it's totally upon your guide who is guiding you, that which kind of research, and definitely on your topic, that which methodology fits into your topic which you are doing. We can discuss this later. I will leave my number with you in detail.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am.
1 second, I'm using. So now I want to start with the second part of it, which is literature review. Now I'm coming to the topic, literature review using bibliometric tools. So have you heard the term bibliometric tools, or is it new for you?
New, ma'am.
It's new for you, all of you?
Yes, ma'am, it's new.
Yes, ma'am. It is
New.
new.
For once, I thought we are doing quantitative research now.
So I wanted to, because when I looked into the topics, I saw that most of the topics are very, very useful, but bibliometric is nowadays becoming in vogue, in fashion, I would say, if I'm allowed to. But I thought that this group, mostly it is quantitative also, definitely what you thought is right, but this can be useful in qualitative research also. So we will be talking about how is your 1 second. So is it visible?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So
Yes,
what
Yes, ma'am.
happens when we are, thank you. What happens when we are doing bibliometric analysis is, when we are doing research review is that many a times when you go to databases different to collect the previous researches, there are n number of researchers. Sometimes it goes to like I have written here, highlighted it, 2.5 million, and the manual review of these things are not possible at all. So what happens that the solution to this is bibliometric analysis. So we have different kinds of analysis and research review. You might have heard, I'm coming to the last slide first, how to choose and what to choose. Don't worry about that. So just look at the words here, bibliometric analysis, which is also a systemic literature review, meta-analysis. So there is, and one is traditional analysis method. Traditional analysis method is what happens that we just go on reading the literature which is available and try to summarize it, or try to do a précis of that and put it into our. But sometimes what happens that there are some topics you might have seen which are done by a lot of people. For example, in Gujarat, it is a fetish of people to do on a few, authors. And those authors are, for example, Anita Desai. There are so many. If you go to Shodh Ganga, you will find so many researches related to, and if you type in Google Scholar, I believe there will be a lot of researches related to her work, definitely, and on different works, definitely. But one of the keyword, Anita Desai's literature. So it will be many. So out of that many, how to go through that? So one way is bibliometric analysis. So what is bibliometric analysis? I have, instead of this slide, I will go to this slide. Is a scientific study of published literature, definitely, and it uses mathematical and statistic tools. The best thing about it is, don't worry that you do not need to use these mathematical and statistical tools. There are tools which are already available on the net, which you can just download it and do this. This is the part. So it is totally based on how much research has been published on that topic. Suppose I'm talking about transgender, how much transgender literature in India. Suppose I'm just coming up with one topic. So how much research is, so I'm writing in India. If I just take transgender literature, do not use the word India, there might be many, or transgender, mention of transgender in our classics or something like that. So there could be a lot of literature which is already available. Then it also looks into who is publishing it, which are the journals. Suppose sometimes this is the most difficult part to me also, that I write a paper without thinking where I will publish it after writing, because when idea stucks it and I am so convinced that it is a publishable paper, I write that topic and then I'm looking for the journals. So one way of looking that who is publishing it, which journals on these topics are publishing, it gives that also. I think for all the researchers, that's a very, very difficult part. One advice for all of you, you are very new researchers, I believe, that do not fall into this trap of paying money and publishing your work. That might seem very easy because the UGC might be at your back that publish. It is very important to publish. For us, like academicians, it's very important to publish our PBAS and this and that. There are a lot of things which pressurize us into publishing by paying money, and please do not. In my early days, I'm so sorry to say that I have done that, but I have seen that they are very, very, I don't have in good terms to say, They say they are Scopus journals, but sometimes they are not Scopus journals. They are some other journals, duplicate journals, and all those things. So who is publishing it? Definitely look into quality of it. That's what I want to say without talking. I might be ruffling many feathers if I say much about that. Which articles or authors are influential, that also you will come to know. So that will help you in your literature review. And what topics are trending? You might be talking about transgender, but in transgender, which specific topics are trending? That will also be very easy to know. How knowledge has evolved over time. So how in the beginning, how many articles were there in 2000s, now in 2020s and 2010s and 1900s, how many? That can be very clearly visualized, very clearly shown through this web. So they very clearly show you a gap. I think you will understand more when I will show it to you. But let me finish this, that and I will show it to you. So the bibliographic analysis also tells you about performance analysis. It talks about H index, citation frequency. Anyone H index? So H index is something, suppose I have published 5 papers. Google Scholar gives, yes, sorry, tell me.
The number of get cited by somebody.
Yes, 100%. So if there are 2 articles which I have written 5 articles, but out of that 2 are cited, only 2 articles are cited. Maybe one is cited 13 times, one is cited 2 times. My H index will be 2. But though I might have written 5 articles, if the 3rd article is also cited once, then my H index will be 3. So in a way, that's a game which academicians many want to play, that getting more H index, so that it becomes I index. H index is that all your papers should at least be cited once. So your H index will goes on increasing, and even this NERF rankings and all rankings see that in a academic institute, how many how many academicians or faculty have how much H index and all these things. So H index also is very, very important, and bibliometric analysis also helps us at telling that. Then it talks about co-authorship and co-citations. Co-authorship, you know that how many with how many authors I have written frequently, how frequently I have written, and things like that. Co-citation, so these 2 authors, my paper is all cited and someone else's paper is always cited together. That is co-citation. So this also will be known by bibliometric analysis. And it talks about the key contributors and what are the thematic groups and all those things. It talks about very, very clearly. Sorry, I have not put it in. So there are a lot of bibliometric tools right now in this session. I will be talking only about WOS Viewer, or I will be showing only WOS Viewer. But there are a lot of bibliometric tools like bibliometrics and site space. These are some of that. If you can see down, there are many more. It depends upon what do you want to do. And I have started using WOS Viewer, and it gives me a good result. So I am satisfied at present with that. Maybe later on I will use some more. So there is a little difference in each bibliometric tool, but mostly give visualizing maps. They are beautiful for me as an aesthetic person, as literature students, all of us look at the aesthetics, and it is very aesthetic when we do it. So the bibliometric analysis can be done from different databases, but nowadays these four databases can be used: Scopus, Web of Science, Google Scholar, Dimensions. So today I will be showing you WAS Viewer plus Dimensions. So subject specific resources. So if you are focusing on only engineering and technology, InSpec. So this is not related to us because we all, I think, are from literature background. Am I right or I am not right?
Yes, ma'am. We are from literature.
Literature.
Yes,
Huh.
literature.
So, first the same process what we do for research review, the steps are the same. First, what is your scope? Use the keywords, define your scope, right? Then from different databases, relevant databases, find out the data, clean it. Clean it means any duplicates which are ever are there. Delete them, then apply the analytical tools and interpret the results. So what bibliometric analysis typically examines? Like I have told already, it examines publication patterns, number of publications per year, leading journals, most productive authors, citation analysis, co-author, bibliometric. So biblio has come from citation only. So mostly citation it tells. Why is it important for literature students? This seems to, for you, this might be a question ki why ma'am is taking us into a bibliometric analysis. So why do you think it is important to us as literature students? We will be definitely looking into research topics which have lot of researchers already done. So you can find out from here. One, you can put it in your research thesis or research paper directly, or just for your understanding that which authors or which journals are important, playing an important part, or most of the articles of this topic are published in this journal. That becomes very, very clear. This also becomes clear that who are the main authors who are writing on this. So you can directly go to Google Scholar or any of the database and search for those articles or those researches and read them. Another thing which I have done, I have not used bibliometric for review of research. When you are using a literature review paper, when you are writing a literature review paper, then through bibliometric, that it will be definitely very, very useful. But other than that, what I have done is I have done my literature review in one of the papers which is yet to be published, accepted for publication. So I'm not showing that to you. The traditional research literature review I have written, but I wanted to show it using the visualization tools, that how less they were. I was doing, I have written a paper on Bheels of Gujarat and their folk songs and folk literature. So there were only 9 authors who have done some work in that field or written papers on in that field in India. World over also, there were only 25 or 30 on indigenous people or tribal people or something like that. So what happened, just to show the gap through visualization tool, I have used bibliometric analysis. So that is also possible for you literature student. If you cannot bring a bibliometric analysis directly into your paper, do the literature review in a traditional way, whatever I have said or whatever your guide has said, and then use a bibliometric tool to show that visualization. So data visualization, like you call nowadays, even for computer students, definitely for all researchers, it is doing wonders, and everyone wants data analysis. So that's one of the data analysis and data visualization techniques, right? So the key benefits are it's very objective. You have whatever is there in the database, it will show as it is. Scale, like even if 2 million papers are there on that topic, it is possible to use bibliometric tool and show it. And visual insights it gives, definitely, like I was saying, that the visual insights, the visualization of data, and it is evidence based. So it's very, very crucial in that way, because suppose one more thing, if you have this, suppose your topic has 5,000 researchers which are already published, and you find 5,000. So when you go through it, you can see the abstract, and through the repository, you can see which one you want to read, and that is also possible. I will show you. Database, the notable challenges are data limitation, learning curve, expertise required definitely for interpretation. I won't call myself a super expert in this, but I'm still slowly gaining that, and I'm taking this workshop because I want to tell you all as young students that this is something which is very new, raw, and you can take it as a challenge and start doing it. And sometimes it gives an incomplete picture. So like best practice I have given here, combine bibliometric analysis with like what I have done. That I have done a traditional literature review, but I have used bibliometric analysis in that. So the same thing which is written here, there are a lot of bibliometric tools. His site is there, site space is there. So there is a small difference. For example, Scopus has a small difference from Elsevier, the same I database or something like that. So one another systemic analysis is Prisma technique. Prisma technique is also useful for everything in literature review comes only in this box. You might be thinking, how is it possible? We spend so many hours. Here also hours are spent, but I'm not talking about this looking at the time. I will go to the bibliometric tool right now. So are you able to see my slide? Hello?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Slides are not there. We can see your face, ma'am.
You can see my face. That's I do not want. 1 second. I've lost. Sorry, I was lost for some time.
No issues, ma'am.
Yeah. Just give me some
Now we
time.
can see it, ma'am. Now we can see the screen.
Okay. So I'm going to AI dimensions. So now you can see the screen.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Dimensions.
So this is the screen
Dot
of
AI, yes.
dimensions. This is AI dimensions. It is a AI tool which is repository, biggest repository possible, more than Scopus, more than Google Scholar, or more than whatever I'm telling for bibliographic analysis can be done through Scopus also, through different databases. But I'm showing today through dimensions. So if you can look at here, there is a search button, but here there is publication, here research. So you can go on filtering. So give me a topic, any topic which you think you are doing or anything. Give me a topic.
Ma'am, eco-criticism.
Eco-criticism. So eco-criticism, give me one or two eco-criticism in literature. Eco-criticism and literature. For example, I'm just going through that eco-criticism and literature. I have also not seen that, and cinema. Suppose I will first type, okay, let me do this way. First, I will type only eco-criticism. I have not used any filters. I have not used anything till now. So there are, if you can see how many publications are there, 2,87,167. These are the number of, so there might be many papers here. These are already published work. This could be related to health. This could be related to medicine. This could be related to any of the fields. So what I'm trying to do is, now let us see. I will use booleans instead of eco-criticism only. I will put eco-criticism. And literature. Suppose I'm writing this and I have put as a boolean and eco-criticism and literature. Let me see now.
Ma'am, why don't you give some specific thing, ma'am, like maybe the novel or the novelist name or the
So you
dramatist name,
suggest
like
me,
that.
you suggest me, I will give. So when I have put literature, I wanted to show that only from 2 lakh, how much the number has reduced. The publications which are available in this already published are 2,508. Please suggest me, can you suggest any literature?
Ma'am, in Indian writing, Indian writers, ma'am, especially women. Indian writing in English, women writers.
Criticism and Indian.
English women writers.
Indian, let me put in Indian.
English women writers.
And women and writers. So there are 83,426, right? If we are putting that. So now from here, we can select the years. So one by one, I want only 5 years. 26 has not come yet. 25, 24, 23. We have to select it manually. So add to search. Then if you have any researcher's name, if you know any researcher who has done some good work in this, you can add that. I'm leaving the researcher here. I'm going to research categories, fields of research. So I want only in language, right? or let us do cultural studies also. So I want to add to search only these two, limit only to these two. Then open access. What kind of open access I want? Only all open access. I'm not worried about gold, hybrid, green, bronze or closed. I'm only worried about this. You can select the journal list also here. You can select the source title. I'm not doing all that. I'm adding this to research. Let us see how our number changes. So only 594 papers now you got. You see that you have used booleans, and this is also one different filters which you have used. So your research is 594 papers which are available here also directly without going to WOSPhere. You can use this language. You can use. Suppose I want a bar chart.
Ma'am, I have a question. So while we put the keywords, we need to put inverted commas like in front of.
So that inverted commas in mathematical or statistical that. So it will, when you are putting a formula in Excel, for example, for doing addition or multiplication, if you put that in brackets or if you put into, so it will take only that only. It will not go haywire. It will not take some other related words.
Okay, so for in front of keywords, we should put inverted commas.
Yes. So you see that this is also one good way. The dimensions or even Scopus also does this. It gives a bar chart, different types of diagrams. So 47 papers. Altogether 494 papers, and it has divided each into how many environmental sciences one, earth sciences one. So these 594 papers are that. Okay, so one second. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to so if you want to read any of the paper, you can click on the paper and read it. So it will give, for example, if I am seeing, if I'm using this paper, it will give the abstract. If you want more, it will give all the things related to the paper. So it's a good, database to search for your that. So now I am exporting it. Exporting.
Ma'am, excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, yes. It has given some detailed report about publications, but why will it not give detail about data sets and all, ma'am?
Sorry. Come again. It has given detailed about the publication and
graphs, everything, whatever we have quoted, everything it is filtering and it is giving, it is fine, ma'am. And the graph produced is also fine. But we have an option called data set near to it. But every paper, it is not giving the values, no, ma'am. Or is there any option to go inside?
No, I am showing that. It is just the first part. It is so what we have done as the first part. As the first part, I have gone into AI dimensions. AI dimension is very easy to access in your Google search. You write AI dimensions, and when you will go to, you have to sign in and use a password. And from next time onwards, it remembers your password. Any subject, anything here, it is given. So I will go to. I have clicked export, and I have gone. Now I go to the. It takes some time to export. So
thank you, ma'am.
1 second. I think I have not. Export results. Exports for I want it for bibliometric mapping, not for something else. So I'm writing export. So when the thing is exported, it will come into your mail also. Ki whatever data here you are seeing is exported into an Excel file, And if you go to this export center, look at here. So eco-criticism, India and women is there. So we download it. So we open. Are you there with me? See the steps which I am doing.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So now it is downloaded. You open it. So now this is, you see that the publication, DOI, title, abstract, source title, publication year, volume. There are so many things which are here given, right? So for me, first I have to clean the data. What do I mean by clean the data? There could be many ways, but I'm sharing only the one thing, that any duplicate values are there. They are. So I have selected the title page. Then I go to home. In home, I go to conditional formatting. Then duplicate values. If there are duplicate values, it will show in light red fill with. This is easy. You will get this GAN. Just look into it. So if there are any duplicate data, so see, eco-criticism, can you see that? These are written twice. So one, I will delete it because two, I don't need the same thing. Entire row, okay. So either authority and trust, that's also duplicate. I am deleting one of them, entire row. Okay. So this is also 2. So whichever are duplicate, that the Excel is showing in different color, I'm deleting it. This is something else, not a, so this is also entire row, deleting it. So in some way, half of my data is clear now. I'm removing the first line. Okay, now I'm saving the file. Save as this PC. I'm saving in downloads only. So give me a name. We started with eco-criticism. I'm closing it. Now I'm going to WAS viewer.
Ma'am, screen is not visible, ma'am. Ma'am, the screen is not visible, ma'am.
Ratna ma'am.
Please unmute, ma'am.
Please unmute your mic, ma'am.
Please wait for a
Ma'am, we are
moment.
not able to hear.
Please wait for a moment, my dear participants.
Am I audible now? So now I'm going
Yes,
to,
ma'am.
I think that my time is less now. So I'm going to this, I have a problem here. Can you see my this screen?
No, ma'am.
Not
No?
not visible.
Not yet. There is some problem, I think. Screen. I have to go to WAS viewer. Are you able to see my screen now? Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Now.
Yeah. So this is the screen of WAS viewer. WAS, VOSVIEWER. WAS viewer. So the screen looks, initially I have made this, I'm not using it. So this kind of visualizations you get. So there is a file, network visualization, overlay visualization.
Research Rabbit.
Sorry. Research Rabbit. Yes, I have not used it, but yes, but heard about it. That's also useful too. So you can use that here, whatever wordings you are saying, that what open sans or what there is colored lines, curved lines, you can select. Then cluster colors, these are called the cluster colors. So you can use more colors. So I'm using network visualization. Now I have to import the file. So I will say create a map based on bibliographic data that I have selected. There are create a map based on network data. I'm using bibliographic data. Next, read data from bibliographic. So everything bibliographic. So I'm using dimensions. So there is Web of Science, Scopus, Dimension, Lens, PubMed. I have used this. So now here I go to downloads by chance because I have done in the morning. It is showing. So I'm selecting eco-criticism, which we have done. So next. So I want to see citation. That how many citations or how many papers. So I will say next. So here it is. So how many maximum citations let us take only 2 right now. So out of 2,493 documents, only 1,044 meet the threshold. I say, okay, next. 1,000, next. So these are the ones which are given. Finish. So this is the overlay. There are, if you see, different colors and different clusters. So if you see, if you hover around, if you take your cursor here, it will take Fox. The author's name is Fox 2021. He has written. So this is connected with this. That means maybe the author is connected. Then if the bubble is, if the circle is, the bigger, it means that the researchers has written more researchers. For example, this is a small one. So in this cluster or in this area, 2021 to 2024. So in this cluster, they have written, this is less famous or not cited much. This was cited much. So in this way, you will get the clusters. For example, let me create next dimensions next. I will say co-authorship. Minimum number of documents of an author. Let me reduce it. Will otherwise, because there are only 33 which meet the threshold. 2. Next. Finish. So you see the visualization. These are we have done co-authors. So these people, if you see that Somasundaram and Nagavalli have written together, they are the co-authors. They might have also contributed because these lines are, this is a thicker line. That means they have written together Phua Gillen Gek and Chimmin. So you will see here Krishna and Lalit Kumar Radha. So you will come to, this is a visualization technique, means in a bubble shape, you will get that who are the authors, and they are co-authors. They have written together. 2 papers they have written together. We have put their 2 papers. So in this way, you can visualize a lot of things here. And this becomes, this gives your paper more sturdy and more quality when you are showcasing that in your paper. It tells that how in a visualization, I believe, is always more powerful. You might be writing a whole paragraph, but just you put a bubble or a graph there, it shows more clearly. So you put a graph like this and write the analysis of that, which will be more fulfilling and which is a very good technique to follow, I think. So I stop it here. I have taken a little more time, I think. I'm sorry for it. I have rushed in the last minute, but I think you understood what I wanted to tell you. Anyone can contact me later. Also, I'm leaving my phone number in the chat. So hope it was a fulfilling. You waste, it was not waste of your Sunday, but it is my WhatsApp number. You can contact me, connect with me. We can discuss your research or how you can use this or any part of it if you feel like it. Thank you so much. That's all from me.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ratnarao Madam, for a highly structured and practical session on bibliometric-based literature review. You guided us clearly from exploring broadly to narrowing the focus and defining precise research directions. Your insights on keywords, controlled vocabulary, and the scientific study of published literature using WH words like who, what, where, how, and whom were truly enriching. Your demonstration of bibliometric tools, VOS Viewer, bibliometrics, even dimensions.ai, along with awareness on H-index, I-index, benefits and challenges, and core techniques in bibliometric analysis has equipped us with a professional workflow for selecting, collecting, and mapping mapping sources. Thank you so much, ma'am, for simplifying a complex process and empowering us with practical and research-oriented strategies.
Thank you so much. Hope you learned something that will be fulfilling for me. So have a good day and good research ahead. Bye.
Dear ma'am, before you leave, I would like to say this to you, ma'am. Your insights have given me a lot of confidence to come to the conclusion or to have the clear ending of making our map. So I really wanted to tell this to you, ma'am. We are been learning a lot of things through this, and a very big thanks for the organizers from the beginning. And now we are in the analysis mode, and I was like, how to end, what would be the appropriate or the apt way to do that? This was the question inside me, and your insights have given me a lot of confidence where I could appropriately give a full stop to go to the next section in my research, ma'am.
Thank you so much. You can contact me anytime.
Thank you, Dhanlakshmi ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sarna ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Welcome. Now we'll move to next session. Sir, are you there? Virya Nayak, sir. Rahmuddin, sir?
Yes, madam.
Do we have Dr. Virya Nayak, sir?
Yeah, I will make a call just.
Okay, sir.
Already I informed to him and he assured his presence by 7 o'clock, before 7 o'clock.
I request the participants please wait for some moment.
Hello, good afternoon, sir. I'm Rahimuddin, Virya Nayak, sir. Sir, yes, sir. Have you attended, sir?
Yes, sir. No, sir. Actually, I am just. I'll log in just to.
Please log in.
Can you please forward me the link?
Okay, sir. It is in the core.
Actually,
okay, I will forward.
Changed my mobile today, sir.
So this number, sir, 474. Okay, I will forward it. Hello.
Rahmuddin, sir, please forward that one, sir. Shall I send that one? I mean, send that message to you?
Yeah, madam. Please, sir. I will forward to sir. He is logging.
Rahmuddin, sir, I have sent it to you, sir.
Yeah. I am sending to sir.
Okay, sir. In order to not waste our time only, I said before it, sir. It's okay.
Hello, Swarna madam.
Sir, have you received, sir?
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, sir. Covens.
Swarna madam.
Sir. Sir, I can hear you. Please tell me, sir.
Hello.
Hello, sir. I can hear you.
Madam, if Virya Nayak if it is enough time, then we can take the feedback of the participants of this 1 week.
Definitely, sir. Definitely.
Until Virya Nayak comes.
Okay. Venkat, sir?
Yes, madam.
Okay. To confirm only, I got.
Madam, if there is enough time to join Virya Nayak, sir. Meanwhile, participants are requested to share their experience and their knowledge, what they have gained in this 1 week time.
Yeah. I request all the participants, please, follow sir's instruction. And if you have any, any queries or if you want to give any feedback, please proceed. Veena, ma'am, are you there?
Madam, Swarna, madam.
Sir.
Can you please share the PPTs, ma'am? Today's session PPT.
Yeah, we haven't got it, sir. And after getting, we definitely will send, sir.
Thank you, madam. Thank you, madam.
Okay,
Sessions
okay,
are
sir.
very nice, ma'am. Very interesting and informative. We have been learning and reading that all that WhatsApp messages, ma'am. We had a wonderful week with you all. Especially your moderation is wonderful, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Sudhakar, sir.
It summarizes entire session. It is really useful. We have been waiting for your summaries.
Sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome, sir.
Swarna ma'am, we haven't received for yesterday's sessions also.
Ma'am, we'll send the PPTs to you, ma'am. Don't worry. Okay, we'll post it in the WhatsApp group.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. Your feedback is very valuable. Please give your feedback. In regard to classes mainly, and the time and all this.
Yeah. Hello, ma'am. Actually, this has helped me a lot. It's very interactive and very, knowledgeable for me. But one request, if possible, can we create like a website and put all this, the PPTs and whatever the resources, can it be in one place? In a drive, or maybe, create a website or something and upload it, then it will be very useful.
Definitely, ma'am. We'll try to do that. Thank you so much for your suggestion.
Thanks.
Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, all.
Good evening.
Ma'am, these sessions are very useful to me as my guide has changed recently. These are helping me a lot. But my sincere request is let's adhere to the timings, ma'am. As it's evening time, it's getting late for dinner, all this preparation. That is once in a while, it's okay, ma'am. But every day means becoming a problem. That's all.
Yes, ma'am. I can understand. Yes, ma'am.
Madam Swarna, madam.
Sir, Sudhakar, sir.
Please conduct 5 days workshops like this, ma'am. Physical workshops, so that we can meet people and we can learn.
Yes, sir. I'll ask the organizers, sir, and definitely
because your institutions are autonomous, you can conduct. No, that PDPs are useful even for our CAS programs, CAS promotions.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Because we are going IITWW and NITTR. Why don't you conduct like this? These programs are very quality and standard one. If you conduct physical workshops, we can learn something from authors of Scopus and Web of Science, because it is the need of the hour. We have to publish Scopus papers and Web of Science papers, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
5 day FDPs, please plan, ma'am.
Definitely, sir. Definitely, sir. Rahmuddin, sir?
Yes, madam.
Has he joined?
No, not yet.
Not yet?
He is trying to join, madam. He is trying to log in. Already.
And sir, even the password is there, right? And he can connect with the help of it very easily, sir.
Yes. I will make a call.
Okay, sir.
Madam, what are the experiences of our audience,
sir,
participants?
They are really amazing, sir. And the people who are actually asking the questions, and I mean, they're very interactive and very professional. I'm really very happy to be with you all.
With the same convener and co-convenership, we are planning after little gap the second version, which will be more than actually whatever we provided. So we want to know their experiences so that we will plan accordingly.
Definitely, sir. Definitely. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, actually, sir.
Hello.
Hello, please.
Hello.
We can
This
hear
is
you.
Suresh Sharma. This is Suresh Sharma from Himachal Pradesh, Shimla. I am faculty over there. This is my suggestion that two sessions are very lengthy. There should be single session daily. That could make it a better one.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. We'll also see in that line also, sir. We'll also think about it and we'll discuss with our team members, sir.
Good evening, ma'am.
Yeah. Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am.
I'm Kiranmai, ma'am. Yeah. In this regard, small request is not many are exposed to this research, though not only those who are pursuing PhD, those who have also completed their PhD still find lot of hurdles. It is really very supportive, this all these lectures. But one small request and a hope is people are giving us lot of things, demonstrating it practically, ma'am. But a step-by-step analysis, as one of our co-fraternity spoke about writing the papers and all. If we could see a practical demonstration of how to identify this research gap, that in that regard, the literature review and all, we are able to do it. But the smarter ways of identifying the research gap, the papers might be what they wrote, how they could take the basis, what the standard articles, and how they could identify the research gap. In this way, if it could be demonstrated, it would be of a great help for the researchers, ma'am. This is what I personally feel. If I am wrong, please do suggest so that I can think on those parameters.
Kiran, ma'am.
I think you are not.
I can.
Not wrong, ma'am. You're not wrong, ma'am. This is basically the smarter ways that are tools, new tools that are AI tools.
Yes.
Everybody is suggesting about the using of Mendeley or Jotero, but nobody is explaining how to. That is the problem.
Sir, that is.
Good evening, ma'am. Even I fully support Kiranmai ma'am that whatever she said right now, that if it is possible for the speakers, they can demonstrate us with the help of papers. It would be better for us. Otherwise, all the sessions are superb, but this is the only thing which is lacking here.
Truly, ma'am, because reading and all, we will definitely do it. But a step which the hand which should be held to learn about how to identify and how to write, that small connection, if you people could give us, it would be really amazing. And lot of research can happen at a very faster pace, which would be helpful even for the students and academicians like all of us. Though not with the AI tools, even the traditional way, how they have learned it, also an exposure, how we could identify the research gap comparing to the articles to which they have referred to. This is what is our sincere request, madam.
Absolutely.
Kiran ma'am and Kiran Sharma ma'am, I understood your the feelings and all. But the thing is, actually, here we are juxtaposing all the things. Actually, the part of the researcher is the person has to identify the research gap. So we are actually, we all must know where actually the sources, the repository and all this, and already directed, I mean, the resource persons directed us how to locate them and all this. And also they also gave us some idea how to collect the sources very easy manner. Now we have to read them, examine them, and we have to maintain the document. And after that, we have to come to that, that automatically we can understand where the gap is and all. So in that way, we can identify the research gap, ma'am.
Ma'am, one practical demonstration would be of
definitely.
Great
We'll ask one of the yes, ma'am. Definitely. Okay, we'll emphasize on this point to one of the able resource faculties.
Thank you so much, ma'am, because this is what is we would like to learn.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, one more thing, Swarna ma'am.
Ma'am. Jashwala ma'am. No. Sharmin, ma'am, what is that?
Yes. Charmin. Yeah. Yeah, so Swarna ma'am, one more thing, like the PPTs is what is given, and that's fine, but there are some PPTs like which minimum information is there. So every day we are getting so many new things. There's a lot of information. So after maybe one week or after 1 month, we may not recollect all of that information. So if I'm seeing that some are sharing the recordings, the YouTube recordings, like the link is being provided. So if we can get like that for everything, all the sessions, it will be really helpful because after all, so much of information to recollect it after some time, it will be a little difficult. So that's why I was suggesting that in one place, if a drive is there or like a website or something, and all this is uploaded there, the PPTs as well as the recording, it will be really helpful. Not only now, even in future when we are referring to that. Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Definitely, ma'am. Definitely, ma'am. Actually, since 3 days, I have been recording all those things and send that one through YouTube, ma'am. I mean, through YouTube link.
Yes. Yes, thank you so much for that.
Yeah, it will help you all and all. And definitely whatever you said, the drive and all in regard to PPTs, and we'll take care about that, ma'am. I will actually inform this one to the organizers.
Thank you, ma'am.
Venkat, sir.
Hello, madam.
Ma'am, what about our resource persons class now?
I think he's busy. We are trying to contact him.
Because people are actually worrying about the time. They have the constraints, sir. Definitely we have to, respect it.
Yes, madam. Because time is very important.
So if
I request the participant to... hello, madam.
Sir, please continue, sir.
Madam, participants are requested to share their valuable feedback, and if there are any shortages in this workshop, so that EduUMENTUU will take care in the coming events.
Sir, they have mentioned a few, they want some research gap that should be demonstrated, by taking one full-length research. That is one thing.
Okay, madam, if it is possible, could you make a note of the points for the participants have mentioned?
Yeah.
So that if it is possible, we can request the resource person in this session, in this 15-day session, or else in the coming days, we'll exclusively plan for these areas which we have not explored during this IIT workshop. So all the shortcomings can be take care in the coming workshops.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Sir, please proceed.
That's one. If it's possible, could you please make a note of the points so all the participants have shared their.
I have been doing it, sir. I have been doing it. They're all.
Yes, madam. Please, madam, continue, madam.
Actually, they have expected the PPTs and videos on one platform, sir. And you please inform our organizers about it, sir.
Yeah, okay, madam. I received your point. So generally, our Swarna madam is trying hard to share all the PPTs and videos, recorded videos in the registered participants group. Every day she is sharing. the PPTs about the
Since
resource
3 days,
persons.
I have been doing it, sir. Since 3 days, I have been doing that.
Yes, yes. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
so,
okay,
Pandamana is taking very care about downloading the videos and sharing the PPTs in the registered participant group. So that participants are requested, you can utilize that PPT and the videos. And I also shall suggest a small suggestions from my side, from the organizers, that whatever the tools and the points which have been described or explained by the resource person, so you can log in the website. You can log in on the websites and try to do yourself. Some of the resource persons have done well by demonstrating, and here the time is also constrained that each resource person has given 1.5 hour time, and many resource persons have demonstrated some of the websites. And I also request the participants to make a note of that websites which is given in the PPT and in the videos while listening once again. So you also try to log in that website and try to explore. So it's a small and kind suggestion to the participants. So exploring ourselves, it will also give a kind of adventure to know all the things. You can explore all the tabs and all the points in the website so that you will come out of the doubts so that that can be shared with the resource persons in the coming sessions. So any other gaps which the participants have identified, you are free to share. Let's have a reciprocal system today, unless the resource person join. Till.
Good evening,
feel free. Participants are requested to feel free to reciprocate the 1 week sessions from 16th to today. So last Sunday we have started the workshop.
Good evening, ma'am.
Yeah, good evening. Good evening. Please tell. Please continue.
Sir, yeah, sir. This I would like to tell. This is very sincere. The resource persons are very sincere, sir, and very appreciable, and very much down to earth, and delivered very knowledgeable sessions, sir. Everybody, it is unbeatable session. It is not like one is good, the other is best. It's not like that. Everyone has put their best efforts in giving their imparting their knowledge, sir. And moreover, I would like to tell, with little amount of very much little amount of money, we were able to get we were able to get good knowledge from everybody, sir. That is something which is very much appreciable. And
thank you, Kiranmai, for your valuable feedback. So it is a collective effort of EduUMENTUU, Sharayu, EduPro, and Venkat's time since 2 months, and contacting with all the resource persons from NITs and IITs and from the reputed universities and the
there is a lot of hardship behind it. There is a lot of hardship behind it, sir.
Yes, Kiranmai, madam.
Yeah, that should be
so. Yes, madam. So EduUMENTUU is really appreciate to all the participants who have untiringly attend the sessions, even though it is lengthy from 5:30 to 9. Sometimes it is continuing up to 9:30 also. So we wholeheartedly convey our gratitude and thanks to your patients who are continuously listening the session without taking any break. And before that, yes, ma'am. So a lot of efforts have been taken place by the team of EduUMENTUU and the conveners of this program in order to invite the dignitaries and the respected resource persons in their specialized areas to share their valuable sessions with the budding research scholars. Yes. So as the academicians, it is our duty to build a healthy academic environment so that we can guide, we can show a good path to the coming researchers, to the coming faculty or the budding persons, people who would like to take the teaching and research. So it is our duty It is our responsibility to share the knowledge from one generation to the other generation. And here, as you said, that it is a very mere amount and giving the world-class information. It is very true that, and nowadays you may all have identified and noticed in the various WhatsApp group who are charging different kinds of amount for the 2 days or 3 days or for the 1 week. But when you compare our programs with the other events which are shared in the groups, so imagine that it is 15 days program and daily 3 hours plus 3.5 hours, 4 hours also. Nearly we are spending 35, 40 hours with the enlightened dignitaries and the resource persons, world-class resource persons who are working in the various universities, reputed universities. So yeah, it is right that our registration fee is less, but we are taking utmost care to all the participants so that our registration fee should be affordable to everyone, and knowledge is not limited. We cannot price the knowledge. We cannot compare the knowledge with the registration fee. So it is the effort of EduUMENTUU so that with the minimum affordable amount, we should give the quality information, quality workshops, quality seminars, conferences to all the participants who were working in the different positions as a research scholars, faculty, permanent or regular in the different positions. Thank you, Kiranmai Madam, for your valuable and positive feedback towards the sessions. And we hope that we try our level best if you find any gap so that could be rectified in the coming events. So other participants are also requested to reciprocate on this 1 week session, please.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, ma'am.
I'm Monica from Meluru, sir.
Good evening.
In my opinion, the main purpose of this webinar is truly being served, sir. There are so many faculty members who have registered into PhD and are still stuck in working at colleges, simultaneously doing their part-time PhD. They lack lot of motivation is needed and lot of guidance is needed as far as I guess. And I am one of the, to be very frank, I am one of the sufferer who lacks information, motivation and guidance. So this has been a great platform, sir. The speakers are really great. Sharing what you know today is very rare, scarce. People are becoming more and more selfish these days, but the speakers are very generous. Truly, they are sharing a very good knowledge, and it is being helpful, sir. The more we open the websites and see, they are really working. The tips and tricks that the speakers are giving are really working, and they are also helpful for our research today. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Monica, madam. So thank you for your valuable feedback. The important thing is that whatever you have learned from Sunday to till date, revision is very important and practicality is very important. As you say that, it is the participant's responsibility, minimum duty to open the websites. Please open the website. Please open the website.
In the beginning, I was in an impression that a few tools like IEEE, Science Direct, Scopus are only to the branches like engineering and so on, higher subjects like science subjects, etc. But after this attending this webinar, I came to know that they also help us in certain areas.
Yes, we are trying our level best to explore all the areas, and it is
yes.
Websites and what are the points resource persons have shared till now, explore it, and it is.
Yes.
Excuse me.
Madam,
Veerya Naik sir has
have a good interaction, healthy interaction with the. Yes, sir. Welcome, Veerya Naik sir.
Veerya Naik sir has
yes,
now.
madam.
Sir, are you there? Veerya Naik sir.
Sure, sir. Thank you.
Veerya Naik
yes,
sir.
Yes, sir. Good evening. Good evening.
Okay,
madam. Today's resource person Veerya Naik has joined. Please continue the session.
Okay, sir.
Good evening, Veerya Naik sir.
Yes, good evening, sir. Good evening.
Swarna madam going to introduce you so that you can start your session, sir.
Yes, yes. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Our second resource person this evening is Dr. Veeranayak Gogulotu, a dedicated academic and an accomplished scholar in the field of ELT. He holds a PhD and an MPhil in English language education from the English and Foreign Language University, Hyderabad, and an MA in English from Usmania University. Dr. Nayak has served in various academic roles, including assistant professor at Kamala Institute of Technology and Science, Singapore, and lecturer at Gautam Degree and PG College, Hanumakonda. His strengths span teaching, research, academic leadership, content development, classroom management, and digital teaching. Throughout his academic journey, he has received appreciation and awards from several organizations for delivering extension lectures, faculty sessions, and invited talks. His work reflects commitment, passion, and a deep understanding of language pedagogy. Today, he will guide us through one of the most crucial research skill areas, academic interviews and surveys, enabling researchers to go from asking questions to extract meaningful insights. Dr. Veeranayak sir, we are honored to have you with us. The session is now yours.
Thank you, madam. Thank you very much. Thank you for your nice introduction. I'm really, you made my day, and I am really extremely sorry for the delay. Actually, due to some technical issues, I could not join on time. For that, I really regret. So let us have our discussion regarding the workshop. As the title itself gives a very interesting regarding the researchers, and it is really helpful for the researchers, those who are going into research. So here I would like to discuss certain issues which are related to how to go with the investigations or go with the studies, and how to interact and how to frame questions, and what kind of questions we have to design when we go for any kind of researches. So this is very important and crucial thing for every scholar. So let us first discuss. Sorry, I don't have slides right now. If you allow me without slide, I'll continue. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
We
sir,
are
you're
audible.
audible. You can.
Please continue, sir. We are listening to you, sir.
You can continue.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. So let us overview what we are going to learn in this particular session. So in this session, I'm going to tell you what is the difference between interview and survey, and how to design questions, and what kind of questions we need to frame during the interviews in academic needs. And we are also going to throw some light on how to collect data and how to analyze the data, and based on the data collection and analysis, what kind of insights we can give in our research. Those things are I am going to discuss. So before going into the subject, let us know what is the difference between interview and survey. These are the main things which are there in any part of research, any kind of research. So we must know the difference between survey and interview. So let us see the purpose of interview. It is conducted to know the deeper understanding or explore complex issues. So when it comes to survey, it is to generalize or know what are the frequencies or things are there in the study. So when it comes to interviews, data is completely related to text, and we can have interaction, and based on that we can transcribe the data. Whatever we collected, it can be in the form of recording audio or based on questions. So when it comes to survey, where we circulate questionnaires and we come up with the numericals, and we have very limited text and limited interaction, and we mostly give them questionnaires and we collect the data. So when it comes to sample size, in interview, the sample size is very less. We cannot go with the hundreds of people and have interview, and so it may become big problem for data analysis. So when it comes to survey can be larger. You can even conduct a survey of 1,000 people, 2,000 people, and simply you can give the statistical analysis easily. But when it comes to interview, it is completely qualitative based, and survey is completely quantitative, or it can be mixed one also. So interviews we mostly conduct and we analyze the data qualitatively. When it comes to survey, we circulate questionnaires and we collect data and we try to show them numerical representations. And then interactions is, when it comes to interviews, the researcher can change his questions based on the requirements and based on the responses he or she gets from the respondents. So when it comes to surveys, the questions are standardized, and they have already, we do have predetermined questions where we may not change them. So when we consider the time consumption, so interview consumes a lot of time, but when it comes to survey, as we give them questionnaire and expect their responses in the form of questionnaire, so it takes very less time. So let us also discuss how to craft questions, so interview questions. So our primary goal is to elicit rich data from the respondents, and it is mostly descriptive, and the type of questions we ask must be open-ended, and it is essential for qualitative depth. So to get the depth information from the respondents, if you ask open-ended questions, so where respondents can add their experiences or what kind of information they are having, so it gives us scope to ask them questions and get the data from the respondents. And it is also probing one, where we use deep questions like could you please elaborate on certain things. Those things can help us to know what a respondent feels. And here also we have to discuss a structure of the interview. The structure of the interview is sometimes semi-structured, sometimes structured. Means we may go some questions, frame some questions, and it has two qualities. Sometimes it can be structured one, sometimes it can be semi-structured. Semi-structured means we can immediately come up with new questions based on survey. Make sure that you must have clarity regarding your desired from the respondents. So it must not have. Yes.
Sir, is it related to only ELT, or can it be applicable to literature?
It depends.
And lit, then you can start, sir. Otherwise, here there are budding researchers are there, and research. preparing questionnaires.
Yes, preparing questionnaires. If you are taking any literary text and if you want to know the respondent's opinion about it, you can simply based on the text, you can prepare questions and ask them to respond. So that is also one of the things. So you first thing is that if you have clarity in what kind of questions you are preparing and who is your respondent, based on that you can ask them questions so that the respondents can simply respond. So it must not have some ambiguity, like to get them confused. So next, the respondent scales. Mostly in ELT we use like a scale where we can come to know about their agreement or disagreement and all those things. Even the same thing is also applicable in literature. In literature also you can even inquire about the related text information. So let us also discuss analysis and interpretation. So interview data analysis, how to do, transcription. For example, if you collect data from the respondents using recorded one or anything, you can simply transcribe the data whatever you collect based on the interaction happened between the researcher and the respondent. So the data has to be transcribed for the valid qualitative data analysis. It has to be recorded and it has to be transcribed. So then yes. For example, if you are asking any question related to any themes, so you have to particularly give name for the each section of whatever you are collecting data from the respondents. So that is one of the techniques you can use in interpreting data. And one more thing, I will suggest you that when you are collecting data, make sure that your data has to be tested before you go for the actual study. For example, when we go for any research, we go with some assumptions which are called hypothesis. So hypothesis or assumptions has to be tested by our peers, or it can be tested by some of our colleagues. So if you test your assumptions, then only you have to go. If you feel that the assumptions are valid and they are eligible for the conducting research, then you can go for the actual research. So before going for any interview or any kind of surveys, you have to test each question whatever you frame, and you have to check your assumptions whether your assumptions are right or not. So when you collect data, that data has to be analyzed qualitatively and quantitatively. If it is the data is collected from the survey, it has to be done quantitative analysis. If it is collected from the interviews, it has to be done qualitative data. So as we have discussed, qualitative data can be represented in the form of text. When it comes to quantitative data, it is done in numericals. So you can show them. So data can be collected both, and it can be analyzed qualitatively and quantitatively. Based on the data analysis, you can give insights, you can provide some recommendations, whatever comes. So later it comes that whether your hypothesis or assumptions has proved. So if you have collected data from 8 to 10 people feel that if the data is appropriate, then you can simply go with the insights, what kind of recommendations you can provide. So your recommendations must meet the aim of the study. If you have any aim regarding the study, whatever your recommendations, they must match with the aim of the study, and you have to provide the implemented strategies for any kind of study. So ethical considerations and academic research. So this is very important when we go for any research. Whatever the study you are conducting, whatever the data you are collecting from your respondents, it must be well informed before. So without informing them, you can't collect the data. It is completely unethical. And then you have to maintain confidentiality about the information whatever you collect from the respondents. So you are not supposed to disclose the name of the respondents. So disclose the name of the respondents, it is completely unethical. So this is also one of the ethical consideration we have to follow in our research. And then the data has to be stored properly, and the transcription or survey files has to be stored properly, and the transparency has to be maintained throughout the data collection, from the data collection to data analysis, and data analysis to providing recommendations. So, and you have to also stick with the limitations. So every research has some limitations. So your data has to stick with the limitation whatever you find. This is what I would like to share with you. If you have any questions, you can ask me.
Just now you have mentioned data limitations. Could you provide us some examples, sir?
For example, I'll take an example of ELT, madam. For example, if I am conducting a research regarding English language teaching at a school level, high school level, and I must know that what is the limitation of the questions I have to ask, what kind of limitation I have to maintain, what kind of question has to be asked, everything I have to limit myself, and my studies limitation has to be decided before I go for any kind of data collection.
Okay.
Any questions, please? If you have any questions regarding any other issues relating to data collection or data analysis, or any issues regarding your PhD works, you can simply ask me.
Hi, sir.
Yes,
evening,
yes,
sir.
sir. Good evening, sir. Good evening.
Sir, ideally, how many questions should be aimed or targeted in a journal paper, or maybe my guess is thesis might have more questions. Like, is there any criteria for both the journal paper and
journal paper and thesis, you mean, right?
Yes. How many questions is it, like an ideal level? You should not bombard the respondents with a lot of questions.
Yes.
Is there anything like?
Sir, actually, so as we go for any research, we do decide what is the limitation of our study. So if you are having questions which are valid to be asked, you can simply ask them, sir. There is no limitation that you have to ask only 10 questions, 15 questions. So whatever the question you frame, it must aim what you want to know from the respondent. So I guess there is no limitation of having only 10 questions or 15 questions. Basically, it depends. It depends upon availability of your respondents. So if you are asking questions in interview, make sure that the questions should not be big in number, since it takes a lot of time to collect the data during interviews. But if you are conducting a survey, collecting data from the survey, you can ask number of questions. I guess there is no limitation. You can even ask 100 questions also.
Thank you, sir. Sir, could you elaborate on this coding? Like, for example, qualitative analysis, when you do the interview. So when you do the analysis of the survey, the sentences, their opinions in qualitative terms, like how do you code briefly or some pointers there?
Actually, qualitative data, when we do analysis, we do transcribe the data whatever we collect from the respondents, and the collected data can be generalized and given in the form of sentences. Am I clear?
Do we have to categorize any codes, or before, like, do we have to frame rules?
I think we may not, sir. I'm not sure, but we may not need to give them coding. But we have to. We should not disclose the name of the respondents. That is what I can say.
So the questions, do they have to be related to the assumptions, like when we start? So that should be ideally the target, the aims of the paper.
Yes. It has to be have relation with our assumptions. If the question is not related to the what we assume, we may not get the data what we targeted.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, what tools you have used to analyze the data, sir?
Actually, when mine is qualitative and quantitative, madam, I have used SPSS tools for analyzing quantitative data. For qualitative data, I have done manually, madam. We were not we were not equipped with advanced technology. Any other respondents, please?
Sir, have you ever tried that any literature paper, sir?
Sorry, madam.
Have you ever tried any literature paper, sir?
Actually, I just review some of the literature papers, but I have not written literature related paper, madam. My interest is completely ELT related, and mostly I am interested in cultural inclusion in language teaching. So mostly almost all papers related to cultural inclusion.
So good evening, sir.
Yes, madam. Good evening.
So what do you believe that that's the best way to assess academic writing skills? And in your opinion, what would be the best way to go and assess how the academic writing skills can be improved among the students? And what are the tools that you could be able to suggest us to go with, sir?
The first thing is that, madam, let them first, actually what we do is we go with some text, and we give them some text, and we ask them to read it and what you understand, write it, these things. So let us make them to be independent, that their interested areas can be incorporated in writing. For example, if I am interested in writing, something which is related to my personal beliefs or my personal interests, if I am asked to write something about the things which are not interested to me, that may become big issue. So the learner has to be free. They have to be free to write so that they can express well. So that in that way you can make them later to standardize their language. So by correcting them or by giving your valuable feedback, that can help them to develop their academic writing skills.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Anyone else?
The CCTV footage. ఈ 37 నిమిషాలు కాన్వాయ్ ఫాలో చూసుకోవాలి. నిజమేంటో అబ్జర్వ్ చేసి నేను ఈ కేసు పోలీస్ క్రాస్ చెక్ చేయాలని చేస్తున్నాను. ఇది ఈసారి
Dr. PVB Sanjiro, sir. Okay.
Yes, madam. Chepandi.
You are, I mean, do you want to say anything, sir?
No, nothing.
Nothing. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Any queries? Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Any queries? Viru, sir?
Yes, madam.
Do we have any
Hello?
PPT, sir? Somebody is asking any questions.
Yeah. I'll definitely share my PPT tomorrow. Actually, it is half of the way. Actually, I was asked to take the session. Actually, my actual session is on 30th of this month. So, instead of Sony Joseph, I had to take it.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, definitely I'll share it.
And you told that you had some technical glitch also.
Yes.
You had problem with your yeah.
Actually, I changed my mobile today, so it was not supporting. So immediately I have shifted to some other networks.
Okay, sir. So it's over, right, sir?
Yes.
Does anyone have any doubts? Please.
No, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
No doubt, sir. No doubt.
Okay, sir. Thank you to our esteemed resource persons of today, Dr. Ratna Rao and Dr. Veerya Nayak, for their highly informative and practical sessions today. A heartfelt thanks to all our participants for staying engaged and committed to learning. Your presence and enthusiasm make International Intensive Thesis Writing Workshop a meaningful academic space. We look forward to meeting you again in the next session. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you, Viru, sir.
Thank you, madam. Thank you very much. Can I leave now?
Definitely, sir.
Good night.
Good night, sir.
Thank you.